An incredible crash caught on camera. A cube van losing control in the junction, slamming into more than a dozen vehicles. What we're learning about the driver and the truck tonight. Global News begins right now.
You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 5:30.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Farah Nasser. Alan Carter is away tonight, and we're going to begin with a one-man demolition derby in the junction tonight. It's a cube van careening through a neighborhood, leaving a trail of destruction in its path. Erica Vella is live at the scene. Erica, this is so strange.
It certainly is, and it's shocking to see the number of vehicles that was damaged in this incident. Now, many of the vehicles that had significant damage, they have already been towed away, but I do want to show you one right now. It's just behind me. You can see the front bumper has completely come off. The front tire as well is completely wrecked, and the side view mirror is completely gone. Now, this car will have to be towed, but this is just one of many, and we have obtained video of the crash, and in that video you see a white cube van. It drives through, striking a Jeep as well as a truck before it drives off. Now people then begin to chase the van, and police say this all happened just before noon today. The driver, who's a man in his 30s, struck at least 15 vehicles and a house. He's been arrested, and he'll likely be charged with criminal driving offenses. Now, originally officers believed he was impaired, but police say they're no longer investigating that. And not too long ago, we actually found out from police the white cube van that the suspect was driving is actually recorded as stolen. So this is something they're definitely going to be looking at as well. Now, not too long ago, we spoke with a man who had his trailer hit by that white cube van. Here's what he had to say.
I heard a big bang, and when I looked down the driveway, I didn't see the trailer parked there anymore. So I automatically knew that somebody smashed into one of our vehicles. And then when I got to the sidewalk, I saw the driver there smashing up into, I guess, the three last cars at the end of the street. And I continued chasing him up the street, and I found him on the sidewalk. A couple of citizens arrested him there. Citizens arrested right there on the spot, and they held him down until the cops arrived.
Now, thankfully, in this incident, nobody was injured, especially if we consider that just meters from where we're standing, there's a park as well as a school. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, and we're going to continue speaking with police, and we'll update you with any further information that we get. Farah?
All right, Erica Vella reporting. Thank you. A wild scene in the city's West End as a man in a stolen truck slams into several parked vehicles this afternoon. We'll have more on the damage with CB24's Beatrice Faisman just ahead.
Hello, I'm Nathan Downer.
And I'm Stephanie Smythe. Welcome to Live at 5.
Well, a wild scene near Dundas and DuPont this afternoon as a cube van smashes into several vehicles.
This is what it looked like on Ruskin Avenue outside Perth Avenue Public School. A security camera captures the moment the van smashes into a parked Jeep and a pickup and just keeps on going. Two people then see running after the van. Now, it struck a number of other vehicles before finally coming to a stop on nearby Perth Avenue.
For more, let's bring in CB24's Beatrice Faisman. Many people are wondering, what was the deal?
And we've since learned, Nathan, that the man police say was behind the wheel of that stolen white cube van was known to investigators. He's since been arrested and charged with a number of offenses, including dangerous driving, failure to remain at the scene of an accident, as well as forgive me here, as well as failure to and property obtained by crime. You can see most of the scene has since cleared up here. Tow trucks made fairly quick work of the scene. We've got one car that was sideswiped. One of 15 vehicles, in fact, that was sideswiped by that white cube van still remains here at the scene. But let's face it, it was a scary afternoon. It happened around 12:30, and like you said, there's two schools here in the area. Here's more from witnesses.
It looked like so much danger, and it was kind of scary. And after the bang, he struck three cars. at this corner, one of them being mine. Then the next thing I know, he's up there stopped.
Me and my girlfriend come out to do a bunch of errands for the day, and saw a big the audience down the street as the individual was being arrested. And as we walked past all the crowd, saw my car up on the sidewalk against the pole, and it's kind of, oh, okay, you know, that's how my day's going to start, I guess. So, as you know, like, that's just how it started.
The good news here, Nathan and Stephanie, is that no one was injured. We understand bystanders that saw these crashes happen actually apprehended the man in his 30s and held him until police arrived. Again, he's right now at the police station being booked and charged with a number of offenses. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Beatrice.
A wild scene in the city's West End today. A driver now facing several charges after the cube van he was driving slams into more than a dozen vehicles. CTV's Austin Delaney picks up the story.
Keep your eye on the left of the screen as a doorbell camera captures the cube van crashing into parked vehicles outside a school.
I'm just happy there were no children out and about.
The van hit some 15 vehicles before coming to a crashing stop here on Perth, just south of DuPont, starting over on Ruskin.
They were delivering kitchen cabinets, and the guy stole the truck and continued from there. The guy was sideswiping all the way down Ruskin Avenue and Perth Avenue.
Crossing guard Rose Richards was talking to neighbors just as the vehicular carnage began.
And we hear a big bang down the street and some yelling going on, and then the van sped around the corner and gone.
And how fast was he going? Fast?
Fast enough, too fast, yes.
James Peoples' car got the worst of it when he came home and saw the tangled mess of metal that was his car.
He wanted it, I guess, for it to not be my car.
But it was, and it was his baby.
I babied it for 8 years, you know, did all the maintenance and all that stuff. No accidents.
Most thought the driver had to have been drunk.
To drink in the morning or in the afternoon? Isn't that too early?
The driver ran but didn't get far.
I saw from my window an arrest happen at the corner of the street there, and I heard somebody had to take the person down who was trying to escape the scene.
Suspected of being drunk, police say at the station he showed no signs of impairment but gave no explanation for the bizarre behavior.
So he's charged with failed to remain, dangerous driving, and stealing that van. Again, why the rampage? Police say anyone's guess tonight. Austin Delaney, CTV News.
That's security camera footage from a house here on Perth Avenue showing the moment the driver behind the wheel of a white Q truck smashed into several vehicles along this road. Now, this is what's left of what was a very messy scene here earlier this afternoon near DuPont Road. Police are saying it's likely over 15 vehicles were hit. Witnesses tell me they saw a white cube truck speeding recklessly down Ruskin Avenue before turning on Perth just before the lunch hour. Now, some of the cars parked along Perth suffered very significant damage. We spoke to several witnesses here on scene this afternoon. Here's what they had to say.
We're standing here and we hear a big bang down the street and some yelling going on, and then the van sped around the corner and gone. I'm just happy there were no children out and about.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like a building coming down, actually. I thought like one of the garages in the laneway behind our houses had been crashed into or something like that. It was really a deep impact sound.
He was driving like you would a video game. It was bad. It was very bad. I'm just glad that he got caught and he's going to have to answer for it.
Now, witnesses tell me that if this crash happened only 20 minutes later, the school would have been on lunch and it could have been potentially much worse. Now, police say that the driver is facing criminal driving charges.
This is CBC Toronto News.
Wild scene near the Junction neighborhood today after a driver plowed a vehicle into a number of cars.
Smashed into the 3 last cars that were there on the corner, and he hooked a left turn. So I immediately started running after him. When I turned and looked north, the Cube van was already stalled. He already had smashed another vehicle and came to a stop.
So this was the scene near DuPont and Symington. Police received multiple calls just before the lunch hour about an erratic driver in a Cube van smashing into parked cars. Once the van came to a stop, witnesses reportedly stayed with the driver until police arrived. The van struck as many as 15 vehicles. Fortunately, no one was injured. Police believe the Cube van was stolen. A man in his 30s is now facing a long list of charges.